This is my review of the Sun V400. This printer comes in at under $1,000. I've found it anywhere ranging from $560 all the way up to about $850. This printer comes in at a 410 millimeter build height print volume with a 300 millimeter round build plate that is stationary. This is a Delta printer. It is capable of printing at up to 400 millimeters a second. It's a very fast Delta printer. This is also a direct drive all metal hot end, capable of printing an array of filaments, different styles and types. This printer is very high quality made. I feel very confident in saying that this is a decent printer. I've had this printer for a little over a few weeks now. I've put it through its paces, trying just about anything and everything you can print on it. I've included a few models at the end of this video of things that I've gotten off of this printer. Overall, I do not think this is a bad printer by any means. The quality of the Benchy didn't come out as good as most Benchies would, especially with some of the new supersonic printers you see today. However, for its sheer size and print volume, I do not think it is a horrible quality. Most of what you'll be printing on this printer, you won't be printing quite that fast, or with the capabilities it's able to produce things in a higher quality at a slower speed. I don't think you'll be printing anything that large at a 400 millimeters a second if you're looking for quality. I think that comes with most printers, including these newer high-speed ones. It's not recommended to print things at that fast a speed for quality issues, that is. However, as far as I'm concerned, and for my purposes, what I need a printer for and what I use it for mostly, this thing comes in at a great price, a great size. I've printed all kinds of things on it, including the hex wall unit. It's kind of like a pegboard made of hex. I'm sure many of you have seen it. I've also printed quite a few Gridfinity bins that I've been using to outfit my tool chest for my workspace. One of the things I do like about this printer is that it comes with a spring steel magnetic PEI build sheet, as well as it has a built-in light right at the print head. If you have a camera, this doesn't come with a camera. I'm using a Logitech C270 to record most of my time lapses on this printer. That just plugs into the speeder pad. This comes included with the speeder pad, which has Clipper installed, ready to go right out of the box. I don't know if you've ever used Clipper. I've never used Clipper before this printer, and now I'm going about trying to install it on all of my printers. Clipper, I think, is one of the most unrecognized best user AI I've ever used. Being able to send prints right from my computer to the printer without having to go between them with an SD card or a USB stick or any of those types of things is just fantastic. This has a 1 gig DDR4 memory on board, 16 gig EMM with a 7-inch wide angle IPS display. This is just a very intuitive user-friendly UI. I venture to say that the quality here is bar none some of the best I've seen in a printer. There are a lot of other printers that are recently coming out that are starting to include Clipper in their firmware right out of the box. I think this is a fantastic idea. The user AI is fantastic. The ability to modify and send prints the way you can with this from the computer. I use mostly Prusa Slicer for most of my prints, and I've been able to set up Prusa to send the print and not only upload them to the printer but print them as well right from the slicer. I don't have to do any kind of move it to a folder, then move it from the folder and send it to the printer. I'm able to slice it right there and send it right to the printer and start printing. I just think that's fantastic. This is the 3D Benchy that's used to do most benchmark tests on a 3D printer. I think it came out pretty decent. Little cooling issues on the hull here. Other than that, overall, I think this Benchy came out pretty decent. Print quality is not so bad. For a sub 1 hour Benchy, this actually took just slightly over 30 minutes. I think it's pretty decent. I've also made some other prints on here, like the octopus tentacle phone holder. I've also done some Printverse Patreon prints, as well as Twisty's unicorn here. This is the Printverse Sunday Dinosaur and Donut Dragon. This is one of the files that came on the SD card. And this is Pipecock's Arlequin mask.